Parvaz Quest, listen carefully. The rain started around dusk. Not the soft, calming kind. The violent, heavy sheets that slam against your windshield and make the wipers useless. You'd been on the road for 7 hours. Every gas station had been closed. Your phone's GPS kept glitching, and the radio was nothing but static. Then you saw it. A lone building in the middle of nowhere, its sign flickering in the storm. Rosewood Motel, vacancy. You pulled in. The parking lot was empty except for a single rusted pickup truck. The lobby lights buzzed. The carpet smelled damp, like it had been soaked and never fully dried. The man at the front desk looked up slowly as you entered. His skin was pale, his smile thin and stiff. Without a word, he slid an old-fashioned brass key across the counter. "Room 3, he said. You noticed how his voice barely moved his lips. Then, almost like an afterthought, he added, "Don't answer knocks after midnight." You tried to laugh, but his expression didn't change. The hallway to room 3 was dim and narrow, the wallpaper peeling away in long strips. Room numbers were painted directly on the doors, the kind of cheap touch you expect in a place that hasn't been renovated in decades. Inside, the room was small but warm. One bed, a nightstand, a TV so old it still had a dial. The air was stale, and the faint hum of the storm outside gave the room a strange, trapped feeling. You double-locked the door. No peephole, no bolt, just the key lock and a chain. The bed was surprisingly comfortable. You lay down, sound of rain on the roof slowly lulling you towards sleep. At 12:41, the first knock came. It was soft, deliberate. Knock, knock, knock. You froze, remembering the man's warning. Another knock, then a third. And then a voice, small, high-pitched, childlike. "Can I come in?" "I'm cold." Your skin prickled. The voice was so close, like the speaker's mouth was right at the door. You stayed silent. The knocking grew louder, faster. The chain lock began to tremble, metal clinking against the frame. The voice spoke again, a little sharper now. "Please." And freezing, your heart pounded. You grabbed your phone. No signal. The storm outside screamed against the glass, and then silence. You exhaled, trying to convince yourself it was some prank. But then you heard it, a knock, not from the door. From under the bed. It was slower this time. A hollow thud against the wooden frame. You leaned over, heart in your throat. The gap beneath the bed was pitch black, darker than the rest of the room. Knock. 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 Two pale, small hands slid out from the darkness and grabbed your wrists with an icy grip. You yanked back, but they pulled harder, impossibly strong. From under the bed, the child's voice whispered again, but this time it wasn't gentle. It was right in your ear, as if the speaker was inches away. The last guest said no too. The lights flickered. You kicked free, stumbling toward the door, but when you turned the lock, the key snapped in half in your hand. The TV turned on by itself. On the screen, grainy, black and white footage of room 3, the bed, the door, and now you. In the corner of the frame, something small and hunched crawled out from under the bed. Its limbs were too long. Its head tilted at an unnatural angle. And it was smiling. The last thing you heard before the screen went to static was the same voice. Softer now, almost sweet. Room 3 is always occupied. Sometimes it's not the room that's haunted. It's the number. Subscribe if you're brave to hear the next one.